Grand Rising, beautiful, melanated, original people. We are here at the UEOA report, News for Us. Let's talk about the title of my report today. I want to kill my mom. I want to kill my dad. That's what we named it. Why? Because there's a song going around with a little young guy, young man, and they're promoting it. And the song goes, I want to kill my mom. I want to kill my dad. I want to kill my grandma. The song also says, I want to kill my dad because he made me mad. Peace and blessings, Friday Bentley. I had to jump on here real quick because this was disturbing to me. We're in the midst of a crisis. Right now, our black men are being lynched for saying that they're black Hebrews, for saying that they are the black Jews, for posting a movie that was written by white people on a white platform, yet Kyrie Irving is being forced to have to pay fines, apologize, etc., etc. How long are we going to play this game? You can't say anything about a religion. Grand Rising, Brandy. Let's talk about first, because this is all tied in with this song, what's going on with Ye, Kanye, Kyrie Irving, this little boy singing, I want to kill my mom, I want to kill my dad. This is the type of things that Charlemagne the God said, that Ye said, that who owns the music industry? Who owns it? Everybody, please tell me who pays us to sing and dance our own destruction and then turn around and make us apologize for being so-called anti-Semitic. What is anti-Semitic? Is, first of all, a Jew is a person who took on the Jewish religion, took on that religion. Anti-Semitic means you're going against that religion. If that person decides tomorrow they don't want to be a Jew anymore, then they just walk away. We cannot wake up in the morning and decide that we do not want to be black anymore, or melanated, or whatever we respectfully call ourselves, because they have named us everything. And to say that it's anti-Semitic because we are supposed to be the original Hebrews, the original Jews, let's get it all back to the Bible. Who's the Hebrew? Who was the Jew? They said Jesus was the Jew. Okay, if we're not included in that, why are you as Christians worshiping? They have made us not worship God, but worship them. When you see a Jew, they have the hat and they curl their hair. They wear things a certain way. But when they take all that off, they go to sleep as a human in the eyes of the world. Our hair is naturally curled or coiled. We don't take off our skin and lay down at night. So there is something seriously wrong with us not being able to say anything about a Jew, saying we're a Jew, pointing out what they're doing to us, because they have got money and they have paid Congress for protection, just like the Asians. Asians beat us. They're in our neighborhoods. They're taking all our money. And our, excuse me, dumbasses keep on supporting it. I'm pissed because I bet you a lot of y'all niggers are out here looking at football this Sunday morning. Hold on. A lot of y'all niggers sitting up here ready to watch NBA. It has now gotten to the point where they are not even caring if, because they got us so wrapped in their sports, they don't even care that you're a black athlete. They don't need you no more because we feed our children to them. You're not worth anything. You're not worth anything when a bank kicks you out with $100 million and they don't give a damn because you're nothing. Do you not see the power that we have right now is the pivoting point for us to flip this table? When are we going to boycott the companies that continue to promote black violence, black destruction? We are the only people who are paid to sing and dance our own destruction and then turn around and pray to the same God that they pray to and then get ostracized if we say we are Jew. We got to pay a fine. We get our YouTube channels and our channels taken down. I can build another one. I ain't scared because, see, you see all the black people as a sellout that's falling for this. Want to know why? It's ridiculous to see a black man say, oh, apologize for this, when this black man can't even walk out his door without being shot down. His black child can't even walk down the street without being shot down. They don't care what age we are, what sex we are their targets out here in this world. But it's okay. Grand rising to the chat. Olia. Grand rising Kathy. Black Mama. Brandon. Grand rising. It's time for us to start. You know where it starts at? In our household, with our families. That's right. We got to boycott trash music. Make these celebs go broke, and they will get the message loud and clear. What people don't understand is, what are we trying to get money for? These celebs been in our face all day, all our lives. They not building no towns. All this stuff that you hear that they giving to the HBCUs and all that stuff, your child is going through a school system that is designated to leave them behind. So you don't even have the credits and the same education that they have, but yet we're still on the same education scale. So the HBCUs require the same amount out of us as the white schools require. So how is the HBCUs helping us but to say they for black people? When ain't nobody, they not letting us, they not coming to the projects, giving black people education that they know we need. Ain't none of them black instructors from these HCBUs are coming to our black neighborhoods trying to make sure our kids get the right education. There's no program set up for us. But everybody else, Asians, Jews, whites, everybody can come to the HBCU and become a minority and get education. The world is set up for them, and we arguing and fighting. It says if we sing for them, we will lose our skills and ability to speak clearly. Sounds like mumble rap and us not remembering skilled trades and farming and all the things we started. Exactly. Let's see what Deron. Well, I think it's probably like this. They, according to one of the Bone Thugs dude, he said they had a secret meeting. They wanted them to promote certain rap music to fill prisons. We know this. We know this. We have to come out of her today, not tomorrow. Exactly. Grand Rising, rural country city girl. I tell them I'm mixed. I'm from the city and the country. Let me tell you, isn't it ridiculous that black man has to pay a fine and we ain't even got an order of protection yet? We ain't got we ain't sniffed the reparation. These people are getting money from reparations that me and you are working for, and then they get to fine us and get more money out of our communities. Then they get their own businesses that make us say, I want to kill my mom. I want to kill my dad. This is are we in the twilight zone? Are we in the twilight zone? Because I'm wondering. How do we still go and watch NBA? Because you think that the people that if you don't watch it, they're still not going to play. It's going to hurt their money. Well, one point we wanted our black people to make money, but the rich blacks and not doing anything with their money but living with the whites, the rich whites, living with the rich Jews, living with the rich Asians, and leaving us behind. While all of them get to put propaganda on us, we can't say a word because it's the law. It's the good old boy law. Now that the FBA March for Reparations is over, what we gonna do? What we gonna do? How can everybody look at your black child, son, cousin, and say, and think about it, if he got killed, there's nothing being held up for us. We saw Takeoff body laying in the street. We saw Mike Brown body laying in the street, but you better not be anti-Semitic. You better not say nothing against them. Don't matter if we got PTSD all day long. They pay us to sing our destruction. They pay us to destroy ourselves. They pay us. And we do it. And then we turn around. Let me tell you what the problem with the stars is. And when I say stars, the rich. Them people, why would Kyrie Irving apologize? You got millions of dollars. You can't get no richer. But what the thing has switched, instead of getting money now, everybody is trying to live like the white elite. And the white elite raises prices, so they gotta be able to go with a white elite and take them $1,000 meals while we over here eating KFC $5 snacks and stuff. See, they want to live that life. So right now it's time to divide the line between the rich blacks and all of us. Because if I know Muhammad Ali is like, what? Do y'all remember why Muhammad Ali was famous? Because he wasn't a sellout. He knew what he brought to the white table. Darren Lewis 88 said, I think it's a strategy to keep blacks at the very bottom. I guess you have not been listening to Claude Anderson. We are the designated underclass. That's what we've been saying. Yes. We don't want to believe it. We don't want to believe. They keep saying what we say is a conspiracy theory, but you can look out. Open your eyes. I'm looking for this song so you can hear it. When you start stooping low for money, what do you want money for? Because if we had some land, food, and everything else, we wouldn't need to wear the designer labels. Kyrie Irving apologized because he still wants to go play. Start our own teams. Go play in the big three with Ice Cube. It's time. Ice Cube created it. All these rich blacks, and they can't do nothing with their money but give it back to the slave master and apologize like a slave being lynched. How many times have black people got to apologize? How many times our kids got to die and be treated like, basically like shite before we realize that this is a trick? When are we going to go to Congress and say enough is enough with this BS? It's an insult. He had to go through all these demands, and only a black man who don't know about himself and don't know the truth will apologize for something. How this man got to apologize when he is the one who just shared a video that white people are making money off of? They have gotten so comfortable with the tricks and the trades that they do to us, and we've gotten so comfortable by letting them do it. We have gotten so comfortable. What kind of mess is this? And now it's like they got us to do destructive music to say kill each other, do drugs, rape, don't honor yourselves, and we go with it. But you better not say nothing about an Asian. You better not say nothing about a Jew. They are telling you that you are not human, that they don't. America keeps telling us in a subconscious way that we don't give a fuck about y'all. Excuse my language. Y'all have sold. They took us off the chopping block and found out how to let you sell your kids into slavery without letting you know you're selling your kids into slavery. Because when you join these institutions, You're not allowed to speak no more. Your freedom of speech is no longer available to you. You can't stand up. Remember when we used the sports, when the black people used to stand up there and put the fists up? It's time to do, now it's over. We saw Kaepernick kneel. Nobody ain't get, nobody, Nike, Adidas, didn't nobody give a damn. We could go on the internet now and look at white people call us monkeys. And please tell me, what does a Jew look like? Because I'm confused. Is it a person or is it a religion? And I'm asking an honest question because I want to know if I'm going to be held accountable to make sure I don't hurt somebody else's feelings. Why I have to overlook my black child, my black son, my black daughter, my black grandkids? I got to worry every day if they're going to be dead. Now I got to worry about if I say something wrong to a white person or a Jew. Explain the confusion here. What is a Jew? Is it the religion? Is it the person? They have used their power to protect themselves. What is an Asian? Because I thought Asians were black too. What are we? Let me see. Brandon said something. Notice that they get angry as hell is when we claim a real identity. And that is the problem. That's why we can't use the word black. We always arguing. They stole our identity and do not want us to claim it back. That's why all these social media platforms allow music and destructive music so we can get caught up while they walk around digging up the pyramids, doing everything, even though you can clearly, go on my channel, go on my reels, you can clearly see black people in the sandal. They black as day. I can't say, forgive me for y'all that don't like the word black, but I ain't got time for that right now because y'all argue about too many things. If you took as much energy as you got saying don't use the word black and help write letters to Congress and go do something, then maybe we'll get somewhere. So I don't want to hear that shit. Yes, rap talks about busting a dude's head, smacking a woman in the face, shooting up the club. Do y'all not see there's something wrong? And we allow this in our households. We brought the enemy broke in our houses through the TV and social media. Then they make us work so that we can walk around living like we are not struggling as a race. And we working 2 and 3 jobs to get Balenciaga, to get the red bottoms, to wear Nike, to get Adidas. And all these companies are not shit without black people. The NBA ain't shit without black people. The NFL ain't shit without black people. Y'all get up here and it's slavery all over. It's modern day slavery. The white men sit there just like they used to have us in the cage, get them drunk and fight over a meal. They're out there on the get out there on the courts while the slave master sit back, and you better not say nothing. You better not support your people. And let's go to the HBCUs and the college football. Why in the hell is these white coaches making millions and millions of dollars? But they wrote the law that your black player can get a scholarship, but you can't get paid, even though you is the one that's doing the work and you keep selling your children to them. I was so mad yesterday. I sit around family and look around, and the first thing out of all this going on, who playing the game? Alabama playing, Tennessee, all this, and it's like, do y'all not see what's going on with Kyrie and Yee and what is wrong with us? How do you sit down comfortably? Them black people that's playing don't need your support. They gonna get paid. They should be taking their money and buying up as much land as Jeff Bezos is buying, but they not. They buying trinkets to make them feel like they're part of a white society. A white society keeps showing you every day, we don't like you niggers. White society keep telling you every day, we don't like your niggers. See, this is right here. This is that dumb shit I be talking about right here. Ice-T and NWA to blame. Will you shut up? No, they not. Blame the system of white supremacy and stop blaming each other. They are just one of a many groups who did not know. They ain't the one that paid themselves to say that. Who Who owned the record labels? When you see Cadillac Records, wasn't that guy a Jew that owned Cadillac Records? Who owned the record companies? Who owned the music companies? This country is ran by white corporations who have white needs and who wants to put black people down, and is not ran by the government. The government is the corporations. That's right. Like my mama just said, you got to get to the root of the problem. The root of the problem lies in the law. Who keeps writing the laws that allows this? Why is that not the same law like anti-Semitic and against Asians to stop being able to promote destructive black violent music? Why are they able to make money? And it just blowed me that Kyrie Irving got to apologize for something he shared that's a public thing, but yet the people who wrote the movie, the people making money off the movie, the white people just sit back. They let us fight. Do you not see this? We ready to jump on ye. Whoa, white lives matter. He was right, because y'all asses, y'all care more about white lives than your damn self. One moment, let me see. Brandon said, remember how mad they got when they saw Deion Sanders was trying to get black students to play sports at Jackson State and get paid? Then the white started raising hell saying it ain't fair. I guess that's what you're saying. They always do that. You see the commercial that should be against the law talking about white. I did a TikTok about white people have been left behind. How the hell do y'all even? These people are crazy. We are living in hell. And red bottoms is not going to feed you, because at the end of the day, all of us that come over to the United Empires of Kevlar, all of us that build together and get land together, farm together, going to eat. I'm not studying. I don't care if you're black. At the end of this, if you did not help build, you're going to stay with the people and you're going to beg them for your food, because you're not going to sit up here and keep calling us the woke ones, starting this, doing this, playing sports. And then in the end, when the American dollar crumble, the country crumbles. I hope you know. I hope you know. Hold on. I'm trying to find this video because I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted with America, and you all should be disgusted with America. Everybody should just keep writing letters. We need to get we need to get a generic letter that we pass around, and we just keep buying stamps and sending it to the White House. Start dropping it all over. That's what we're going to do at the UEO report. We're going to write up a letter, because we got, in the description, I put a list of demands, because over in California, LA, they saying break the bank. I don't know if you've seen the show the other day. We are going to the root of the power, not the problem. We are going to the root of the problem, of the power, not the problem, the root of the power that allows all this to keep happening to us, and everybody gets protection. The root of the power are the banks. How did the banks get the power? By working me and you to death for free, and we get no reparations, and that same money goes to Jews, Asians, Japanese, everybody but us. Do y'all not see something that's damn wrong? They're telling us they don't give a care. They don't care about your child. How many times is black women going to die in the medical hospital, in the hospitals, because of the racism? How many times are black men going to die? How many young boys are going to be filled in the prisons when we only 13% of the population, and the statistics show white people create 75% of the crime, and they are barely in prison. I just infiltrated the prison. I just went and got a job at the prison. I was so mad I could not do it. I went in there. For every 20 or 30 of us, there's one white person. And you got white people walking around raping, killing, and they on probation, and our black people in jail because they made up a crime called drugs. The NRA has never been held accountable. We have to start going after these companies and suing the shit out of them. The NRA should be held responsible for every gun violence in our neighborhoods because we do not manufacture guns. We never had a gun company. We didn't buy them. It's in the government should do something, because at the end of, I'm sorry, Kathy, I put it up there. I meant to hit this one. The gun companies, the government dropped guns in our neighborhood, guns and crack, guns and drugs. We know this. Look it up. So why do we keep taking this bullshit? Excuse my language, and I don't care if they ban it. They ban everything anyway. You should see my TikTok. Every time I say something, it's against community standard. But we don't. They have no standard for us. Everybody has a community standard except for Black people, who runs everything. They wait for us to take on a trend, and then they wait to make money off of us. TikTok, most of their money comes from Black songs and Black people. If we walked away from everything, they know we don't have our own. So these are our platforms that we connect with each other. But this is why we're making a paper. The paper that you can touch. That's why it's so important for us to have a platform so we can tell our stories, to tell the truth. That's right, Love JJ 1814. You cannot destroy the beast until you take out his heart, the source of their power. Stop marching. Stop doing this and that. If we all want change and stuff, what do our leaders want? Do we want to see ourselves in communities where it's fair wages, fair work, and you actually get paid and praised for what you actually do? That your children can wake up in the morning and don't worry about a gun in the back of his head by a government official that your taxes is paying for, and then you turn around and we got to wait for justice year after year after year after year. It gets so long, we forget how many of them they killed. They ain't no Asians, ain't no Jews walking around with no shirt full of names that's been killed in this century. But we still are. Show me a Jew hanging in a tree like we did. They went through their suffering. I'm not knocking it. It was a small period of time compared to everything being stripped from us, our identities, our kids. We have a horror story. But the world has been programmed to not give us any sympathy because they got to keep using us, and we keep doing it. We are life force. Withhold your energy from them, and you will see them wither like a flower in a heat wave with no water. You damn right, Black mama. Excuse my language, but we got to get serious. They live on energy is money. In order for a car to run, you got to make it get some type of energy. The gas ignites the energy that motor going to produce. When you get ready to get up, you eat so that your body can have that energy. Basically, if you stop looking at people and everything as people and look at it, how much energy is being pushed out. 13 families, all white. And the only reason the Asians and everybody else piggyback is because they allow it. That's the source of the power. How can we wait for the enemy to say, well, we was wrong and we do got all these trillions of dollars that we got off the backs of you people, but we're not going to give it back. But what we're going to do is keep promoting self-destruction so they can keep us confused so that they can live like the devil, walking to and fro, seeking whom they may devour. The devil has landed in our heaven. Earth is ours. If it's one race should have protection as a people, humanity comes first, not a religion. If a religion has protection, then damn it, we should. Grand Rising Black Love. I wish it just disgusts me. I know we can't just walk completely away, but damn it, you ain't got to keep going and buying their clothes, doing this. If our grandparents used to make our clothes and all this stuff. There's Black people that make clothes and do that and do stuff. I know we all not connected. That's the whole point of the empire. If you know a Black person that has a clothing line, share it on the page. Email us. If you know a Black person that has a law firm, bring it there. We need to get a collection of lawyers, doctors, nurses. We have to break it down by segments. We need people that is on the team that is going to be helping us put together a document to send up and demand that we get an executive order and demand. Fuck asking for we demand. We demand them to give us these abandoned towns so we can start over. We demand that they stop promoting destructive music. It should be against the damn law. We didn't have this type of music before, and y'all keep talking about it's the devil in spirits. It's not no devil in the spirit. It's programming. They told us to kill ourselves. They say it every day. I shoot a nigger. That's all. You can't say something about a Jew, but everybody can say nigger and make money. Ain't that should be anti-blackness? Ain't that well, we ain't even Black. We can't even get together who we are. I call us the originals. Not you can say Keevalonians. No, we the originals. That's who y'all are. The originals. Bump the Black, bump this, bump that. I'm just use the word original. So let's stop the confusion. Since y'all need to have a name, y'all so used to being named, why don't you just say you are the original? I am. You are who you are. When you wake up in the morning, your skin tells you who you are. When they wake up in the morning, their skin tells them who they are. And then when they go out the door, they put on all the trinkets and then started dividing themselves and dividing us, who we are based on the uniforms we put on, based on the religions that we claim. It's going to be a time and day. Them religions ain't helping nobody. The earth polluted, the land polluted. That's right, love. Our oppression has been consistent, never ending. Every time we think we get over, they find another reason to take from us. We know the laws. We know how much land was stolen. We know we had millions of acres after slavery. We talking about after slavery. You want to hang on? Okay. No, I ain't on the camera. That's my mama. We talk about after slavery. After slavery. They always want to say slavery was a long time ago. Stop them. Tell them, mother effers, we ain't talking about slavery. We talking about after slavery when we built our damn town. When we pulled ourselves up by our mother effing bootstraps and y'all devils came and burned it down because Becky, Sue, and Karen talking about our Black men looked at them. Every town, almost every destructive story that we got after slavery came off the backs of a Karen and their lives. How come these people are allowed to do this? I'm sick of it. Then we got a little Black boy. Ain't it enough that we taught our little Black boys to kill each other? They made sure the community is killing each other. Now they aiming for the inside of the household. I want to kill my mom. I want to kill my dad. I want to kill my grandma. Are we going to let this shit ride? Excuse me. Are we going to let it ride? And the Black parents, those are the people that we need to be watching, because those are the ones that you'll be walking in the woods and they'll sell you out. If you let your little Black son, you see, back in the day, you would have got slapped in the mouth, because we know about discipline. They tricked us to believe disciplining our children was child abuse, let them take control. Then they go and kill our children and abuse them, put them in homes, rape them, use them for organs, and somehow they trick you for slapping your child in the mouth for saying the wrong thing is wrong. We were the only people who disciplined our children. They have been going undisciplined. They have been going unchecked. They have created a society where they are not allowed to the truth, and then they walk around proudly. Whose job is that to change? Do you think marching and yelling is going to change something, or do you think writing things in paper like the KKK do and sending out newsletters? I was in Birmingham, Alabama, 2006 or 7, not too long ago. We all woke up because the KKK had threw newspapers all over everybody's yards asking to recruit. When we gonna do that? Oh, we going to. We got to start giving out messages with paper now because they stopping us on the digital media. You can't do nothing with paper but rip it up. But honey, if we put out enough papers all the time with what we want to say and get messages to our children, other cultures can speak foul against our people with no financial repercussions, but let us give an opinion on a culture and they're ready to soak you dry. That's because we are sitting here, they're still saying you a slave and you ain't got no right to talk to white people the way you do, niggers. Listen to what's being said to you without being said to you. Listen to what's being said to you without it being said. It's embedded in your mind to take this type of abuse from our parents. And when I say the parents of America, I'm talking about the government and the corporations. Then they look at you and want to blame you because they don't work you to death. You got to work 2 and 3 jobs and leave your child at home with the enemy. The enemy is the TV and the radio. It's a two-edged sword. We can tell them what to watch, but when we leave, the enemy made sure that they can program us because we busy trying to get it. We busy out here trying to catch up with the bills and catch up with the lifestyles that white people have when they got all theirs for free off of our backs. So and then they programming your child to like whiteness and not like your brown skin. Brown skin. Open your eyes that is wide shut. Pull the scales from your eyes. What that Bible verse say? Who know that Bible verse about the scales on the eyes? See, the Bible is a lie and the truth in the same. When the Bible told you vengeance is the Lord, that's the same thing that the Indians and the Pilgrims told the Wampanoag tribe, and they became the enforcer. I'm looking for this song. Take a minute, like, share. Please know that we are pushing the initiative. This is ours. We're not waiting for them to come up with some hashtag break the bank. Hashtag bank black. Those are 2 hashtags we want you to keep putting up until they get the message. We have NAPP, African Town Coalition, Fight to Save LA. They started over in California, but this is a nationwide thing because the structure of power lies in the banks. If they gave us the same money that white people had, we would build our own institutions and our own structures. And imagine a town where these white cops are not allowed to drive their little vehicles to ride around and harass us because we control it. We are $1 trillion spending industry. They're not. They're $1 trillion soak us up industry. We are not broke. We are just left behind because just like you see Haiti, they say Haitians are over there fighting too. Everything that's being done to us in America is being done to black people all over the world. We don't know that because we're so stuck dealing with our own destructions, trying to fight. Before we know it, we turn around, we got gray hair, still waiting. How many of us got to keep waiting? Oh, we gonna get reparations one day. Then they want to play voting. Let's show them something. When it's time to vote, go in there and put hashtag break the bank and put that in there. Don't vote for nobody. Take your voting behind down to the polls, get that paper, get a marker, and put hashtag break the bank. Let's break this system while it's already on its last leg because China is coming up. America ain't got no money. You are the money, fools. You are the America's credit. They make bills with other countries based on how we're going to spend. So they got to keep getting us to produce money. They know we need money in our society. So they don't want money the good, clean way, as they say. They don't want to see Black people producing corporations to make money. They want to see Black people producing stupid songs, stupid food, because half the food is killing us, so that we can push it right back into them, and then they know it's coming back. It's kind of like if you own your own business, or you hustled in the street. If you ever was a drug dealer, you know you had so much money coming back in, so you will spend enough until you read back up, right? They are the major drug dealers. They read back up off of our spending. Understand that. Understand that. Hashtag break the bank. Can somebody put that in the chat? Hashtag break the bank. Can you just put that in the chat, please? That's right, Black Love. Blow their minds. They got you scared that if you vote for the wrong politician, something bad might happen to you. Something bad happening to you every day. They ain't giving you nothing. They keep playing the same games. They keep doing the same stuff with you. Break the bank. That's who holds the power. That's who allows the rich to come in there and gentrify your neighborhoods, because they invest in them. That's how the record labels are getting by. That's how the record labels are able to invest destructive music in your people. They made you think it's okay. I want to go to this. We are not broke collectively. Our people spend trillions each year feeding this wicked system. Our trillions have been given to the wrong things that keep us enslaved. That's simple. I'm going to leave that up there. It's that simple. Start putting two and two together. We the world's FBI. We always run with conspiracy theories and all that stuff, but we don't never evaluate ourselves. We always want to run out. The Bible was written here. I have arguments with people all the time. We can talk about freedom and we get stuck on prayer does work. Prayer does work. Well, God darn it, then God is really racist as hell. Because the only prayers that's working is the prayers of our enemy. Face it. That God that they talking about is racist. You better call on the God that looks like you, that represents you. Stop making your God weak. Even the plastic surgery industry, we paying them to make us look black. I'm not knocking nobody that got it. Hell, I thought about some plastic surgery myself, but I wanted it from a black doctor. Things in life is going to go on. There's going to be designer labels. There's going to be restaurants. There's going to be corporations. I'm not saying the revolution is going to make us perfect. I'm saying that we should be able to control what we do, where we go. If we shop with everybody, every other building, go out of your neighborhoods, look around. And I ain't talking about the black neighborhoods. Go into the inner cities where every other corporation is set up and tell me how many black businesses is out there too. It should be more black businesses, just like you see the Chinese, the Jews, the Asians. It should be more of this. It should be more of us. Let me pause right here. Give me one moment. I'm not going away. Let me just, I had a visitor at the door. Let me open the door and y'all think about that. Just put some hashtags. Give me 1 minute.
All right.
Okay, I'm back. Did you think about what I said? What are you gonna do? You waiting for a savior? See, they got us mixed up. They have us so mixed up. You keep saying it's God, but the only person who painted themselves as a God was the whites. and you worship them. You worship their word. You are waiting. You keep praying, God, please make them have a heart. Please stop hardening their heart. Soften their heart, God. Let them do. We gonna get out. Don't worry, God gonna get them. God ain't got them yet. The only way God gonna get them is when you take the God in you and do something about it. They thinking about getting rid of affirmative action. Let's see how that works out for legal immigrants in the long run. All they did was put us in a position to strategically reverse slavery, and it happened. I ain't gonna be no slave. I go out like a G. Excuse me, that's the street side of me. You ain't finna, no, hell no. See, I believe in an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth when it comes down to this, because how many of us is gonna die?
I will. All right, thank you.
How many of us are gonna die?
Here's my brother that
Huh?
made t-shirts.
One moment, let me see if I can find. That's right, Black Mama. It's like asking a rattlesnake not to bite. Begging for freedom in this white society is just like asking a rattlesnake, please don't bite me. Please be good. God, please take the teeth out the rattlesnake mouth. Let all the snakes be born without teeth. See how stupid that sounds? And I can believe that, Black Mama. She said, I lay hands on people just not the way Christian church think. That's right. I do too, because you have energy. They have took the gods of the earth and made us their slaves. They're pulling out all our intuitions, all our healing powers, everything that God gives us. They put us on their platforms so that they can use, because they know God is going to give us a gift. Some people got the gift for healing. Some people got the gift for wisdom. Some people got mechanical gifts, inventions, singing, dancing. Those are gifts that come from from the Most High. They don't have the connection to God that we have, so they got to use us as the mediator in between. You are the Jesus. Jesus wasn't sacrificed on the cross. Jesus was sacrificed all over this earth every day. Next week, we're going to hear about a police shooting. It just done got so normal. We don't know it, but it's probably going on today. There is probably somebody shot by a cop today. And let me tell you about police. Police, there's maybe 12 or 20 of them that die each year, but yet they can go around saying that they feel fear for their life. I'm sorry, Black Mama. I thought you were being deep, but I was. But let me tell you something. If we don't stick together and get an attitude and stop sitting up here like everybody ain't bad and start making them like I have white friends. I actually help white people too. See, I'm not trying to be like them. My mama can tell you, I'm not trying to be like them. I'm better than them. They came from us, so they're going to know where it's at. So when they meet me, I tell them I'm an activist. And I'm not against white people. I'm against the system of white supremacy that allow y'all to go first. And I'm going to speak my mind. So if you want to be my white friend, you're going to get this truth. They still be there. See, they need to be programmed. They have learned to program us. See, they needed a book. You ain't seen nowhere in the Bible where people had a book. They have to be programmed to what to do. You cannot. Nobody had to teach us how to invent a car. The person who invented the car came from God. Who said they came from black folks? Them things ain't come from us. No, they didn't. I don't know where. I say they came from outer space, because that's why they always going in space. That's why when they came to this planet, it's like, ooh, let's dig this up. Ooh, look at this. Let's put this on display. Hey, y'all. All my other white friends, ooh, ooh. Yeah. Yucaba. They say that he created them, but I believe they came out of space. The sun killed. That's why.
The ones that ain't white now, that's the ancestors.
Yeah, but I don't even believe they came from us, because if I know the story about Yucaba, but this is what I don't get. this is what makes no sense. If they came from us, they would still have some type of melanin. And then Kaba Kamin, he teaches that they was over the ice wall and they lost their melanin. But you can distinctly tell a black person who lost melanin because you call them an albino, and they still look black. I believe that, like when you because my mom watches a lot of alien stories and stuff. You see how they was talking about the spaceships came and they came out of space, and where did the spaceship supposed to crash? In the mountains. Yucca probably found them, but they say but I believe if they was part of us, they say
that's why he killed them.
They say, oh, now this is why Mama, I don't know. They say that Hitler, them said that they
a black man beat them in some kind of sport, and Hitler got mad, and Hitler knew the people that he created wasn't worth shit.
See, they said that's what Hitler was in the room in his place creating. I still say them things came out of space because they came to the it's just. I don't believe that they came out no black man because they would have some type of melanin.
That's what they did. They would let them mate with nobody but white.
But you had to get white to mate. But my thing is this: any that makes no sense. That makes no sense because everybody that came from a melanated person, they tell you a drop of black blood is gonna make you black. So I can understand if they light skinned, but these people had no melanin. They had to start sleeping with us and mixing their kids to have melanin. Because you look at science, if they say a drop of black blood comes, and I believe if Yucca, yeah, well, I don't know where they came from, but they said Yucca made them, and I did believe that. But then I had to look at science wise and why they hate it so much. They came from outer space because they found out there's many planets. That's why them heifers trying to go to live on Mars right now. Animals.
From that cage and where people, they was mixed.
I don't believe they were mixed because the only people on Earth that don't have melanin is them. The Japanese got melanin. I know they something like a pig, but a pig don't even burn in the sun, do they? Do a pig skin burn in the sun? I'm asking them and y'all because I ain't thought about that. Because we keep calling them pigs, but I think that's an insult to the pig because I'm just serious. What? I think they came from outer space because just like this, when you go on vacation, you're going to see something that you never saw before, right? So I am a science person. When they came down, if you look at science tells you that there were signals being sent to us. Can you hear me in there? Science. Y'all can Google this. When I was young, I always was into space. And I remember they said they were getting RF signals from outer space. They had deciphered one of those signals. And the signal kept saying, warning, warning. It kept saying warning. And it was saying this signal kept saying help, help. After that, you ain't heard nothing else about that. Google this. Now all of a sudden they always making movies about a spacecraft being in the ground, in the mountains and everything. Because if they was really from here, and they always be talking about the grays and stuff. So if you came from anything on this earth,
now in the Bible, you remember when Jesus,
I don't be listening to that Bible.
I'm talking about this codes in the Bible that would tell you about things code. When Jesus met this man with demons, right? And the demons asked to go in the pig. Mm-hmm. That's why I say the spirit of the white man, they from that pig.
I don't think so, because a pig is smart. You can have a pot-bellied pig.
Now,
They are connivers. That's not being smart. Being smart is us. Well, we
you
can
gotta
sit here
understand
being a
white people
conniver.
it's not human. They're human nuts.
Yeah, but where did they? But we go all the way back. Where did they come from? If you look at science,
Yeah, from that damn pig.
but how can a pig is still a pig? Just like they say we came from monkeys, but they're still monkeys. A pig does not have no characteristics of a white person except for the complexion.
It wasn't not the black on this earth. Right?
That's right. And so if he made white people from a black person, but a pig would still have, if they took a pig and a black person, you would still have melanin. What I'm saying is just like when we sleep with white people, they still have melanin. The only way a white person gets melanin is if they sleep with us.
Yeah.
So if they was made from us, they will already have melanin. They don't. Their hair was never curly. So if you can sleep with somebody and
Our scientists.
yeah, them things came from outer space. That's why they destroying the earth. That's why they
Maybe they got something out of space to make. I don't know.
No, I believe.
Our people was very, very smart.
Think about it.
We was the scientists.
That's right. And if you had made another person from a black person, that person is black. You cannot get black to white. You only could get you. That's why I say they not from here. That's why they tearing up the hieroglyphics. That's why they you got to go back to all the libraries and stuff we had. They had a book, and if my people follow this, do y'all remember the book? That's why I say they're not from here. We're balanced. We were the people of the sun. This planet was made for our skin.
See a Karen, you ready to do something? You'll watch. They stand like this. They not balanced.
They 2D. We 70.
Looking and conniving, they can't help it.
That's what I said. They not from here. They walking around like remember when they first came down. Remember a long time ago, y'all remember the movie V where they was undercover, had skin like white people, but undercover they was lizards. You know how a lizard eye just blink? An amphibian will look you dead in the eye. You can look at a snake and an amphibian dead in the eye. They don't blink. Who does that? Them white folks will look you dead in the eyes. I don't see any racism. I don't see any color. They might be made from a bunch of animals. All I know.
They're not human.
I know. That's why I say I wonder where they came from.
Supposed to have been their God, but they turn around and
they wasn't supposed to be here. This planet is made for anybody that got melanin in the skin.
But since they hear what we're gonna do,
they dying off. It ain't nothing because nature is getting rid of it. They dying off. It's nothing for us to do. But they're leaving their spirit with us.
Little melody in them that the sun can protect.
They can't even be protected. They burn up. They and by 20.
What I'm saying, they don't have that.
And that's why I say they're not from here, because everybody that's from here, even
because our people made them.
They didn't make them.
God
It's no way.
us.
It's no way. You got to look at science. Anybody that has a drop of black blood has melanin. These people had no trace of melanin. They were skinny.
That's how our
They
scientists did.
They were in the woods. You cannot get rid of
That's how our
melanin.
scientists did.
This planet is a melanated planet. You got to look at science. That's why they do it. This planet is a melanated planet. If you take a drop of black blood, everybody on this planet is black melanated. If you take a piece of their blood and put it there, white people the only one that stand out. Indians hate us, but they're melanated. Asians are melanated. All these people, they dark with straight hair because they got a touch of melanin in it. So I could understand if they say they made an Indian.
Because of the media and what they hear about them, what they hear other people say. And that's what
Black Mama said they came from a planet called Chaos with cities called Theft. Not saying Beckyville and Perpetu Mayo Town. They travel the universe to kill, steal, and destroy. And that's my point. I'm not like, that's why I say part of the Bible is real and stuff. Our people were trying to warn because our people was looking at the stars. Listen, we mapped the stars.
some kind
We map the stars by a parasite. They a parasite to us. They everything we produce, they live off of it. If we produce music, they benefit. If we produce children, they benefit. Exactly. But back to what I was saying, if you look at our people always map the sky. We the one came up with the maps of the sky. We the one came up with the astrological map. Every pyramid is lined directly up under a constellation. Ain't no way we could, because melanin makes melanin. You had to come from a planet that was cold with no sun, and back to the signal. Back in space, there was a signal of a warning. They said a spaceship crashed. Now, this is where the conspiracies come in. I believe they came and they had to live in caves. There is caves with big caves with so many cities. So I believe they came here running from their destruction because they effed up their planet and they came here. That's why they don't care about the water. Because if you're from here or you made from here, melanin carries memory. Melanin carries DNA. That's why we can look alike and look like each other, but they don't. They all look the same. They're not human. That's why I said, this is why I say, if our people are looking up in the skies and mapping the skies and stuff, and everybody keeps saying they on the other side of the wall, they don't act like us, they don't do like us. So basically, that's what I'm saying. Melanin. The ones that do though. What you mean? That's because they done mixed. They got our melanin now. They came to steal our melanin. That's the only way you can live on this planet until they was able to figure out. I believe Yucabub slept with them and started giving them melanin because they was in the caves, and that's how they came out in the sun. Because without melanin, they cannot be in the sun. And we can't, I believe Yucabub made sunscreen so they could crawl out them caves. Because think about it. If this is your house too, and God made you on this planet too, we will be digging you up. And that's why they keep making themselves something. Because if you from this planet too, we should be digging up as many artifacts about you as us. Scientists say they came here 6,000 years ago. Science say that. And the universe, the way the universe is, now they got to go. That's because that's why I said that's why I say in the Bible it's a code. 6 days mean 1,000 years. That's not what a day mean 1,000 years. Mm-hmm. That's what they say. That's 6,000 years they've been here, but with the university, the way they got to go because they see that the sun, and they don't want the sun to get. They gotta go because they're not supposed to be on this planet. Only melanated. Wherever they planet at got destroyed, and that's why they came here. Because if you from here, you wouldn't be using up all the sun. I mean, the scientists that made them, they already knew when they was gonna leave. You already knew this. But no, I don't believe no scientists made them, because you cannot make black people. You can't take from black people. The only way you're going to take genes from a black person, even if you put it in the pig will have an afro. You cannot take, we are melanin. They needed melanin. The whole time you look in the slavery story, because if they made them from us, then they would have melanin. If they came from us, they would have melanin. They had no lick of melanin. It took so many until we started sleeping with them. Melanin out them. But it took so many years to get that makes no sense. That makes no sense. That makes no sense, because Yucabub would have had to live 6,000 years for that to happen. That's why I say there was no scientists 6,000 years except for black scientists. Okay, then they came from outer space. I say they came from outer space because scientifically. They came from outer space. I say they did. But you gotta go with science and go with what our people did. We don't look at science and evidence. Evidence says that there was something that. Bible, they said if you read the Bible, but I'm not reading the Bible because they wrote it. But you ain't listen. I say people in the
don't supposed to have anything to do with science. That's a lie.
That's because they wrote the Bible and we keep referring to it.
Yes, they wrote the Bible, but it's a code.
Why? Okay, this makes no sense. If they wrote the Bible, why would they give us a code to help us?
I ain't say they gave a code. I say it's a code that it's us getting the code. They didn't know they was gonna give us a code. I mean, if they wrote the Bible and we made them, we already know. I can't explain it.
That's because it's nothing to explain. They are not from here because anybody that. No, I'm saying you can't explain it because you don't know the answers. Where I'm going back to is all the libraries, like I was saying, all the stuff that we had, schools and universities. Why did they burn them down? And what I was going to ask y'all is that there is a book there. Anybody that remember this, there's a book that they took from the pyramids or Africa that was supposed to have all the race. Our people were going around documenting all the races. I always said years ago that they got rid of that book, and they got rid of that book because it had the truth about them in it. And if you look, if they from here, just like if they were from Egypt, you wouldn't have to go dig up the graves because your grandmama would have told you that's your granddaddy in that grave. If you from Earth like us, you wouldn't have to take over and come and see all these statues and see all these black people and then started destroying it and blowing the noses off if you was here with us. You wouldn't have to do those things. If you here, if this is my house, I know where everything at. And if I invite my family and keep inviting my family and keep inviting my family knows where everything in my house is at. But when a stranger comes in, you got to get me to tell you where everything is at. And then if you greedy like they are, you kill off the members and then you start destroying stuff and then rewriting stories based on their understanding. They look at pictures and say, oh, this means this means that. Who said, hold on one second. You said you're not anti-Christian, are you? If there was a God, wouldn't you expect that God to be who God turned out to be? So forth, self-evidence. I don't know what that means, but yes, I am anti that Bible because that's our holding back. Like I told people, you ain't got to look at me, you ain't got to follow me because the truth is going to come out. I am not going to keep referring to a book that my enemy gave me. And we like I told you at the beginning of this show, every time we start talking about freedom and the Bible comes up, the conversations go all out because we still keep trying to make this book of lies the truth. I don't care if they got half of it from us. It was meant to cause division and confusion. A book that tells me slaves obey your master is not for me. And I'm sorry if you don't get that. A book that tells me to pray and suffer little children to come on to me, and I turn around and only little children dying and being raped and kidnapped and used for organs is black little children, while white little children are living free and Jewish children get freedom and protection and Asian children get freedom and protection and we don't. I have a problem. They keep digging up our ancestors. That's right. They digging them up. They're doing stuff. We don't know where they came from. I am going to keep saying it because our people, what I was trying to say is our people monitored space. Our people, the pyramid of Giza is perfectly in the middle of the earth. How? Why? You go back to science, signals that kept coming, warnings. I think I was trying to look in the chat. I think somebody said they remember the signal. I don't know who said it. They remember the signal. A lot of stuff that used to be free knowledge when we were young, when they realized what it, they started erasing it. I always say they had to come from space because I don't care what y'all can say, and you could say it's my belief, but I said let's talk about science. Science, they even said it. If you have a drop of melanin, you become black. Like Black Mama said, the pig with box braids. How do you know that a person is mixed? What is mixed? The only thing you mix everything else with is black. Everything else is bland. So either somebody mixed with us or we mix with them. But we know that they're mixed because they don't look white. They look black. What makes you, black is not the word to use, but what is black? What makes us black? Let's go science. What makes us black? What makes us black? Melanin. Melanin. What is melanin? It's Jesus. It's what makes you human. It's what makes you cannot live on this earth without melanin. Everybody keep acting like they lost their melanin because like you act like it's the complexion. Melanin is not a complexion. The only reason you get light when you're not in the sun because the melanin is not being fed the sun radiation that your body uses to break down and produce vitamin D. Melanin is who you are. When you die, melanin is going to melt away. Melanin is in space. They call it dark matter. Every cell that you have, they taught you about atoms and stuff, but they never taught you about the thing that holds everything together is melanin. This is a melanated planet. That's the name they gave it. So when you destroy your planet and come here, what I never could understand is that they want to destroy us out. They started this. They don't check the sea, the water in the sea. Even though the white people will tell you, go look at the white fishers. They pull them fish out to sea. They black. It's melanin. Why are the shark eyes black as the screen? It's melanin. What makes the snake eyes and the fish eyes and the shark eyes? What is the blackness? How can they see through the blackness? It's melanin. That's what we got to learn. And I'm guilty of it because I'm supposed to be reading this book. Melanin is worth more than gold. How did they know they can extract melanin? How did they know? If they was from here, then they would be equipped to be on this planet with us. And even if Yucabub made them, I just say, if Yucabub made them, then they would have melanin in them. I can see if Yucabub got, because if we the only black people here, right? If you mix it with a pig or something or an animal, as we say, then they still would have some type of blackness to them because it came from black people. The cell, whether Yucabub made them or not, the cells came from black people. So they would be black. Why are we hated so much? Only a jealous being come to another planet, seeing us walking around, living. We weren't perfect people. Don't never think that black people getting along means it's going to be perfect. But we were not being held captive to work every day so that we can keep the same people rich. If they love the beach, why did they never see a beach? Why did they take over the beaches? We already had boats. Why did they have to make ships to enjoy them? They came over here to enjoy our planet, and we allow it because we don't want to look at science. We don't want to look at archaeology. We don't want to look at geography. We don't want to look at those things and really realize the truth. Only the devil would pay us to make our children sing songs like, I want to kill my mom. I want to kill my dad. I want to kill, because they so comfortable with programming us without us knowing it. We just go on, because if they didn't program us, we would have slit throats and got rid of the enemy, the parasite that's on our backs a long time ago. We are dying. We are set to have our grandchildren go back to what it was in the 1800s, where they can rape and kill and hang them and shoot them. Well, to do whatever they want to do to them. They got us working as a slave for free right now because now we ain't gotta, we want to get what they got. Do you know back in the day, slaves made money too? It just wasn't as much. So they had to work extra hard to get the land. We worked extra hard. Every 1 cent we had, they had $10, but we worked and we got something. They found a way to come turn right back around and take it all. You said, well, I heard the British other British royals are blue bloods. Our blood is blue. What do you mean? Our blood is blue before it's cut open and it hits the air. Iron is in space. Water, everything we're made up is floating around up in space. We are, my thing is frozen. I've been trying to get this thing, y'all, so I can play this song for this little black boy. It just tripped me out because we allowing it, and I'm just sitting here like the parents allowed this little boy to sit up here and say I want to, and I think they making a record. Anybody? Yeah. That's right. Now this right. Yes, you wish they are the wolves in sheep clothing, pretending to be people of the Most High when indeed they are demonic. And the reason why I go to there, because if you look up science, you can Google it now. They admitting that there's over 5,000 planets that's inhabitable. They admitted that you are here and you are also in an alternate universe at the same time. That's why you can manifest things. Your spirit you are out there, and your spirit you can come back and forth. They're not connected to God like us. So they got to use us to get to our God. When our God tells us to go out there and make this and make that, we get the intuition in our mind. We start drawing, we start making. When they kept us poor, they keep us poor and they throw us to the trash. God said, get the pig entrails, get the leaves off of this plant, get that, boil it together, and you got food, you got supplement. We ignored the devil in us that said slit their throats and get it over with. We ready to die, but we scared to die at the same time. When they put us out there and our head got twisted, the intuition said, get this, put this together and make a comb, heat it up, and it will straighten your hair. Those are what I'm talking about, that God speaks to us. When we were sick, the intuition told the black man, lay him down, give him a sedative, open up their heart and do heart surgery. That had to come from God. Who was the first person to cut open a live person? And knowing that they were going to live. They cut us open. They piggybacked on everything we created and gave it to themselves, and then they perfected, but they stuck because the intuition doesn't give them a higher knowledge. So they got to use computers. And then they got to get a couple of us in there to use our intuition. So they ostracize us, and then they say, well, you are Ivy League, you this. So you come over here with our scientists, and they want you to feel special because you're surrounded by white people when you are this there, so that they can leech off of your God-given knowledge, your God-given intuition, because you might be just there working with them, and then voila, you discover something. Jack Daniels made the Jack Daniels you got, but they don't give them credit. Did you know the black lady just found out how to beat cancer? During the COVID, when they was trying to use those nanoparticles that they put in the shots, she used that same nanoparticle technology and just targeted the cell. Nano means it's so little, it's almost like air, but it's little enough to go through. She can beat cancer. Where's she at now? They keep her in their labs so that they can get all the stuff first. They get the knowledge God gave her. They're going to sell it to each other. They're going to heal themselves first. They're going to raise the prices, and they're going to sit back while they leave us out of money and then let us die like they do. Just like that EpiPen. Who created that technology? We created the technology that they use, but yet they go around knowing that we can't afford it, and they give themselves raises, and they raise the prices on something that can help you. Because it's all about, they have based this world on money when this world is based on melanin and energy. We got to look at what's being tricked. But I'm going to wrap this up. And like I said, it's an insult what's going on. I want everybody to put hashtag break the bank. Let's go to the source of the power. Let's find out what a Jew is. What is a Jew? Why are you basically breaking the law for saying something against a religion, but yet you can go out here and die because of the color of your skin? Your color of your skin is not a complexion. It's a chemical makeup of this planet. When you go out, your skin absorbs the sun. It absorbs the sun and starts breaking down all those radiation chemicals. The earth is too hot for them. They're sending up aluminum nanoparticles so that they can blot out the sun. That's what you see them keep spraying in the air. That's why we getting sick. I said this on when I was on Fly Nubian Queen. I made a video about that 2 years ago before COVID hit. They were using frog cells to process nanoparticles and azotron or trash to put in our waters to make us gay. They did an experiment on frogs. They did an experiment on frogs and seeing if they gave them this and that. The frogs had a desire to, the male frogs had a desire to sleep with each other and not the females. And I'm not saying that some people being gay ain't natural. Some people like who they like. But when it's programmed to hyper it up to, it's not a normal way when all of our people are running around now trying to be gay because the black woman saying ain't no good black men, the black men saying the black woman against him. So they want to leave us to each other. You see how they broke us down little by little? They broke down our identity. They stole our lands. They broke down our families. They made us hungry. Then they offered us projects and stuff. They made it against the law that we can't live together unless we marry, even though we weren't allowed to get married. You know that, right? Why they blame the black woman. The black woman is the mother. We have the children. We had to go somewhere. They broke down that. Then they seen that we still was getting along. You give us you break us down. Hell, you don't give us a shopping cart. We're going to get, a grill. We're going to get a shopping cart. We're going to make a grill. You don't give us this, we're gonna make something. We're gonna grow our own foods. Then they take it away. You can't get your own foods. You can't. Look at how they breaking us down. Then it's like, dang it. Well, let's go after the shows. So they take out the positive shows. They tell us who we should go against while white people rape and kill her, Harvey Weinstein and everything. But they got us talking about R. Kelly and Bill Cosby. You never see them plaster. Britt Favre, the white welfare king, built a volleyball. It wasn't just him. We saying his name, but it was a bunch of them involved in welfare. I told you welfare, they make you think welfare is a black woman. Welfare is the money you get from the government. They got billions of dollars. Then they come in there and they tell the black man, well, you got to do this job and this and that. They broke up the black man and the black woman. We went from up to the 1970s. We were the only two-parent households. Then they had to find ways to put our black men in jail. They found ways to make our black women have to get out the house instead of taking care of our kids. And now we got to work corporations to pay our own bills. Then they started changing the music that encouraged us each day. Then when they changed the music, no, they didn't change the music first. They dropped the drugs in the neighborhood first, because as in homeless people, and if you know any homeless people and all y'all that be out here with the homeless like me, you'll see that the homeless stays on drugs so that they can just let the day go by. They don't have to think that they're hungry. They ain't got to walk around and wake up and realize that they not in the house. So most homeless people are on drugs to get away from reality. They gave us drugs and guns, and then they gave us the music to program us to what to do with it. Get that money. Pop that nigga. He your enemy. Shoot and kill him. Yeah. Drop them. Get down on the op. We got so many names that we call ourselves as an enemy to each other, but we only call the white man, yes sir, massa, white supremacist. Do you notice the names? Then they started making our kids, they integrated us in the school, making our kids feel bad of what the white people had, what we didn't have. And so our kids blamed us, which was our parents, blamed us for our parents not having anything when our parents didn't even get a chance to have nothing. But we keep trying to live up a lifestyle against the same rich white people who got their position in life off of our backs. Then they got our children wanting to do everything little Sally Sue. We gonna eat some milk and cookies and leave it out for the big old fat white man that's gonna come down the fire escape. I'm serious. I'm serious, because you remember when I was little, I asked you, I said, how is Santa real? We got a fire escape. We ain't got no fireplace.
I should have told you because I waited on Santa Claus on the fire escape in the snow and everything. So I should have told you, but I just.
Well, you were caught up in it. It wasn't you. That's what I'm saying. You just living because you living in the world.
I wanted you to be happy.
Exactly. I remember I was smart. I just never said nothing to her. I'm like,
we bought y'all about 100 toys. It didn't make no sense.
that's what I'm saying. Y'all spent all the money on toys, and I remember it. And I remember y'all used to go because kids are not stupid, y'all. I did play. I didn't share, y'all. I don't share my toys or my man. That's why I don't mess with nobody else's. And that's what I'm saying. But look, when they used to go, let me tell you, children are not stupid. Children are little people, and we can train them. Everything we're teaching each other on these lives, she doing it. That we a lot of us is changing now how we teach. Like my granddaughter wrote a paper, and I was shocked, and she was like, the white people came here and did this and that. Our children know. We're just not enforcing them to fight back. We teaching our children to be docile. I knew something wasn't right when I was little. I was the aggravating child because I asked so many questions because I had what they said it as an imaginary friend, but I know that was my spirit guide. Hold on, they can't hear you. I'm gonna pull it over here.
They can see me?
No, they can't see you. They can hear you. My mama wanted to tell you something about me. I've always been spiritual.
When she was about 6, and the people on the block used to hear her talk. She always pull a crowd, and it was. She used to always pull crowds. It was about 60 or 70 people around her when she used to talk. And I was wondering why they standing around her. But the things she was saying made sense to the older people. So you always had people around you speaking, even though you didn't know how to say the words.
And that's why my speech is like this. I had I always talk funny and walk funny.
You had a head start. I got pregnant with you in my last year of high school. So you went to school in my belly.
And that means a lot.
That means a whole lot. So you had a head start.
But tell them about my imaginary friend that the family used to always say that I had. Remember Malish? I always had this voice or spirit that walked with me. We didn't know back then, but my mama tell you, I always told them, Malish told me. I don't know what the name Malish is. If y'all know out there, let me know. I'm just they say you sound like an awesome woman. And she is. And it's like we can have conversations because we came from Christianity and we've been through a lot. And all of it. And that's why I back down, because I look at reality. But I know with that voice, when I say the voice went from being my imaginary friend, the family like, Tina, you still got an imaginary friend. But when I tell you something that an imaginary friend tell me, it came true. Yep, that's what I'm learning now. Those are my ancestors or spirit guides. Half of the time when I talk to y'all and I was on the show, I'm a girl from the streets who did the college thing and went to corporations. And when I got to corporation, that voice said, now you here, look around. What are our people doing? I would go, I worked in a prison. I worked in a news station. It's like the universe put me in places to see certain things that I got a lot from the streets to this. I'm that girl from the projects and could still go walk back to the projects. But I got out, and I always try to bring my people with me. We slept on pallets. We ate oodles and noodles when the crack hit the Bronx. I seen our family go from family to it went crazy. And I know what the government did to us. But that spirit that always been with me, that ancestor, ain't never lead me wrong. And you got the same. You got to listen to your intuition. That voice went from being my imaginary friend to inside of me. And if I don't listen, that voice I tried it so many times. When I got on Fly Nubian Queen, I was sitting there and I was doing, that voice said, go here and write this. I'm like, you know, and that voice said, go write this. I remember writing Fly Nubian Queen 2 times because they was asking about something and they said, say something you're passionate about. And then it went from there. That's why I did appreciate Fly Nubian Queen for the platform, because I feel like there is something I'm supposed to be doing for us that's different from everybody else. And that voice keeps saying it's the unity. No, I'm not perfect. When the spirit is trying to lead you somewhere, you might go through ups and downs. You don't know what you're producing, but know you are here for something. I had to cut out the Bible, everything that the enemy gave me, and leave it alone and start looking at within, and then start going back to the stuff the enemy gave me and deciphering the wheat from the terror. I always loved archaeology. It never made sense to me when they said it was a Santa Claus. I'm like, why is this white man? I was the aggravating child. They go, that voice said, they going to get toys, this and that. I always found the toys, but I just knew, hey, I ain't want to, I'm little and knowing I don't want to spoil, I ain't want to hurt my parents' feelings. So I just closed the door. I remember I got my first Michael Jackson doll. I had seen it before. I got it. And when Christmas come, I'm like, yay, acting surprised. She probably just knowing this now. You ain't know?
It was crazy, all those toys, and we try to wait till y'all go to sleep. And
That's what I'm saying. We do it, and then
it was so many we couldn't even cover. I mean, so
but yeah, and that's what we think giving our children is a bunch of toys and keep them distracted. The best thing to give your children this Christmas is a book. The best thing to do with your children, if you're going to celebrate Christmas, I know it's not the holidays. Those was our times that we got together. I like to be together with family and eating and love. That's what I consider it. So if you're going to sit around these holidays, do it in the spirit of love. Read a book with your family. Get something, change it up to go back to where it was, because these were our holidays. Get this mess out of your houses, rap music that promotes violence. Don't stop your child and your people. People in my family, they used to think I was considered the white girl of the family in the hood. My mama too. But it's not that. It's that that spirit. If something don't feel right in your spirit, when you hear somebody say something like, I want to kill my mom, what does it make you feel? We don't need to just recreate Black Wall Street. We need to recreate the Black heart, the minds, because they got our minds somewhere else. We don't know what we are capable of. We just got to know every day, everything I've learned, I need to unlearn. I need to walk out like a babe that need milk. You need milk as knowledge. You can't just jump from Christianity to now you are a woke one with all these other people. These people out here in these YouTube streets and stuff make it look like it's easy. That's not it. That's not life. Understand you have been programmed the wrong way, and it's okay. It's kind of walking around with a thorn in your side. You got to sit down somewhere, pull the thorn out, and then you got to treat the wound. Right? Let's pull out the bad knowledge that's been in us, and let's start treating these wounds. Let's admit we are spiritual people and we don't know the name of God, and we don't know if that book is true. Stop depending on it.
we are God.
That's right.
That's why I say when I go through it, I don't depend on what's in there. I depend on myself.
Exactly. Because if you never,
what is really
what's going on?
What's in the Bible really don't mean that.
In the Bible, when they say, come on and let us sup together. When I go to do good, evil is present. Romans, Hebrews 11. Now faith being the things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Those are the things I know that's in the Bible. Exactly. And I, yes, you got to. But if you was blind, God, exactly. God is an energy. God is an energy. It takes certain energies to melt metals, to make stuff cold. Everything is an energy. God is an energy. And why you are God? Because you got the choice to take life or give it. Everybody can't have a child, but you can take care of another child. You can take care of another life.
It's the energy that's inside of us.
Exactly. Exactly. What's important is the energy on the inside, and what's on the inside comes out. So what they doing is programming the energy that's in us the wrong way. So what comes out is self-destruction. What comes out, I love the master, I don't love myself. What comes out, exactly, whatever and we keep speaking. We keep saying that the Bible say the power of life and death lies in the tongue, but yet you will go around and say,
people say blessed, be blessed. It's the English word too.
My mama said don't even say blessings because it means be less.
Yes.
Said blessing, saying the word, and I always say it, and that's something I have to change. I always say blessings, but she said that's a trick of a word saying be less. She said be less than what? Be less than your day. Go. We got to start looking at how we were programmed and start reversing it. We were programmed with words, pictures, music. Words is a spell. We got to deprogram ourselves. We got to sit down and pull them thorns out our feet first. It's okay. I walked away from Christianity and I'm living like you. There's people living in the church every day that will confess Jesus and their child died. I seen the pastor and his wife, the child died. Like, well, it was a purpose. No, it wasn't.
When we realize we don't die,
we just transform energy. And that's why a lot of us keep coming back angry, as they say, because we want you to wake up. The ancestors keep sending us back. My mama said she ain't coming back no more to warn y'all. She gonna tell them, let them fall in their own destruction. Because if you don't believe that you coming back, your energy doesn't die. That's why I said science, geometry, archaeology, all that go together. That's right. Take y'all time this holiday and read some real books. We gonna celebrate Kwanzaa, but we know the world conformed us. A lot of y'all can't do nothing. You already don't plan to be off during Christmas. Look at it as not Christmas and a fat white man and a little white baby in a darn basket somewhere looking at a star. Look at it as this is your time for you and your family to be together. Inside your houses this holiday season is a safe place for you and your kids. You get to see your family one more game. You get to eat with the loved ones. You get to make your favorite meals. Stop being so hard on each other. Understand we gonna make mistakes because we were programmed to be destructive. And if they think that my little grandkids and kids are gonna listen to some little black child talking about I want to kill my mom and dad and grandmama, y'all fools if we don't protest this. I had to get this off my chest today. The ye thing, all that was coming. I didn't know what to do. I'm sorry, but this is my report on this. I could never find the video that I wanted to play. Maybe it wasn't meant to even play it because I didn't even want to give it a playtime. But y'all go when you come across that video, report it. I don't care. You're not taking money out no black family mouth. All money ain't good money, and that ain't no good money when you making money talking about I want to kill my mom. I want to kill my dad because he made me go to bed. Do you see this? Our rap used to be a way of us expressing ourselves. Now they done found out that's how we express ourselves. They took that away. Now they done infiltrated our children You're gonna turn around, little black kids gonna be killing their parents and grandparents. This is scary. This is the devil. The devil is programming. The devil is an energy. God is an energy. Good and bad. Start looking at positive black shows. I look at my thing. I don't look at TV no more. I do got internet and I do look at shows. I look at some Tyler Perry stuff because I'm a person. I'm a human. I'm a person. I'm a human. I like stuff. I think rap, if you're going to listen to certain stuff, it don't need, some grown people can't handle rap. Let alone a child. Look at the shows you watch. When I'm at my house, I switch through. I look at documentaries. I go on there. Look up how black land is stolen from families. I had to program my mind to accept entertainment in another form. You think entertainment means dancing and playing and looking at movies? I do look at some shows, but I had to program myself to sit down and look at something that's going to edify my spirit and edify what the cause that I'm trying to do.
Because you're using your higher self.
Is that my mama said? Because I'm using my higher self. My lower self, your lower self is comfortable down there. It's hard to reach up. Reach up to your higher self. You are in two different places at one time. You're telling your higher self, get this, your higher self is saying, feed this, feed that, read this, open your mind and come to me. Join yourself. They got us separated in the spirit inside ourselves. Your lower self needs to come up and meet your higher self. You cannot meet your higher self, the most high, until you learn self-discipline and start feeding the most high what it needs. Because when you start feeding and accepting the truth that we got to boycott the NBA, and when you accept the truth, it's okay to walk out your family house because they're going to know you're not standing for it. I'm telling you, I've been down this road. It just took years with me and my family getting together because they just thought I was a demon when I walked away from a lot of stuff. But I said a lie outrun the truth, and the truth will always slow walk it down. We get on the same page. So that's why I say the Bible tricks us, because they tell you when you take up this the cross, you're going to be criticized and ostracized, and they make it, you're going to go through trials and tribulations. Nah, baby, when you really take up that when you really take up that life, that's when you're going to be ostracized and criticized. You ain't have to get rid of the cable. Yeah, because most cable advertise. I use internet and I use a smart TV on my phone, and I'm looking at YouTube videos. I'm learning about land. I look at farming. We got to feel the knowledge that has been robbed from us for these 400 years. We have been a people set aside for 400 years of being fed destructive programming.
Prince said it best. Don't let the internet control you. You control the internet.
She said, Prince said it best. I don't know if y'all can hear her from over there. She said, Prince said, don't let the internet control you. You control the internet. They look at algorithms. The more that we go towards something, that's what they go ahead. That's why they are starting to allow black people to make money on Facebook and stuff. Because when them bastards start going broke, they go ahead and start digging at the bottom of the crab bucket. Understand, they wait for us to catch on to something and they ride our coattails. We don't ride their coattails. We keep trying to be like them, and we don't need. We are them. I mean, we are the gods. They want to be gods. They hate us for what God gave us. Melanin, intuition. Melanin is a lot. And I'm going to start reading Melanin. It's worth more than gold. We're going to dig deep into this, okay? So let's get our minds ready to sit down on this path that we walking. You can't keep walking. We keep walking in circles. We ain't going nowhere. Let's sit down and pull the thorns out of each other's side and feet. You pull my thorn, I pull yours. You pour peroxide on my wounds, I pour peroxide on yours. You hold my arm, I hold your arm, and we limp down this road together because we are damaged people, and it's okay to say that. We have been damaged. but we are healing people now. Let me get that right. I'm trying to get the right words. We are people healing. We are going to be in the place that we was before the devil came and knocked us down, if you want to call it the devil. We are not going to be tricked anymore. We are going to accept that everything that has been taught to us on purpose to confuse us. We cannot keep putting stock in everything our enemy gives us. It's time to not wear Nikes. It's time to wear the Bobos. Where's the black shoe company? Because in Bobos, you can slide across the floor. But we need to get sneakers and shoes that don't have labels. We need to stop wearing designer labels. I'm not lying to you. We gotta start. That's why Kanye was smart. Do you see the clothing line he came out? Everybody like, it looked like slaves. No, it looked bland. It looked like it's not attached to no white label. Y'all didn't get it. And then we not over here in America wearing African attire. We had just as many colors. Start putting our feathers back in our hair. Start representing. Start making ourselves the Indians. Hell, do what we got to do to practice for our future of sitting back on our thrones. Again, hashtag break the banks. We going to the source of the power. Y'all have a beautiful melanated journey. Peace.